Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to MCubed. I am your host, Harris, and today we are talking about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's new film, Black Adam. And you know what we do in a Ticket or Skip It. We go over 4 questions before we answer the question, should you get a ticket? Should you skip it? Or should you get a ticket but go in with a bit of trepidation? Let's do it. So, did I find this film fulfilling? So I will say that I went in with a bit low of expectations, but I think that played into the fulfillment I found from the film. I actually really enjoyed it from a fulfillment standpoint. I thought the film was over at a certain point, and then it escalates into a whole nother act, and it feels like after the second act the film's over, and the whole third act is a lot more lively and brings a lot to the film, and I really enjoyed that. I think that definitely played into the fulfillment of the film, so yeah, I'm going to say that it actually is pretty damn fulfilling. So that brings us to the second question. Were the characters' arcs within this film fulfilling? There are a few characters in here, so hold with me. So first up, we have Mamounime, played by Bodhi Sabangi. I believe I said that right. So I'd say sure. He plays one of the main pivotal characters, and he actually starts off really one of the better actors in the film, and I think maybe the direction of the character lessens the further it goes on into the film, but that does not mean his arc is not fulfilling. I think the character's arc is fulfilling, but yeah, I'm gonna go with sure on him. Next up, we have his mom, Adriana Tomaz, played by Sarah Shahi, and I would say her arc is similar in a way, but not acting-wise. I think her scenes were some of the best acting and performance-wise. Her arc is kind of the most pivotal arc in the story, so that I would say mostly, if not very fulfilling for her. And yeah, I would definitely say that her arc is mostly fulfilling. So then we have the last of the family, the uncle, the brother, Kareem, played by Mamounime. I would say almost fulfilling. He has a really funny kind of role, and he kind of is the funny character of the film, and he does very well in that role and performance-wise. I just wish he would have had a better ending. Don't take that out of context either. That is not giving anything away. So I would kind of say his arc is in the fulfillment meter. So rounding out the rest of our crew is Ishmael, played by Marin Kanzari. You know he's gonna be a bigger role in here. He's good. I like him. I really think his arc is fulfilling, and the actor does a good job. Kind of generic in parts, a little campy, but in like an enjoyable way, in the way that you expect going into a movie like this. And yeah, I'm going to go with a fulfilling arc for him. I really liked where that character went. So next up, we have Maxine Hunkel, aka Cyclone, played by Quintessa Swindle. I really like the character in the film. Arc fulfillment wise, I'm gonna go sure. And that is almost mimicked in Noah Centinio's Atom Smasher. I would say both of their arcs are kind of sure. They're both good characters in the film, but their arc fulfillment wise is sure. I like where they end up, but it doesn't necessarily add all that much context. I'm excited to see where they could go. So that brings me to Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate, played by the great Pierce Brosnan. I might say his arc is the most fulfilling in the entire film. I mean, it's Pierce Brosnan. You're gonna give him a good role, and they gave him a great role. I really enjoyed Pierce Brosnan in here, and I would most definitely say that his arc is fulfilling. So now we have Carter Hall, aka Hawkman, the immortal, the undying, the reborn, rebirthing, I guess, played by Aldous Hodge. Yeah, this is one of the best characters in the film, of course. He's kind of one of the mainstays and heavy hitters acting-wise in the film, and you can see why. Aldous Hodge is always great, and the character's arc in the film is very fulfilling. He is one of the top 3 in fulfillment, I've gotta say. So last but not least, that brings us to Teth Adam, aka Black Adam, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And yeah, Shazam this mother. I think our title character has maybe the second or the third most fulfilling arc in the entire film, and for very good reason, because the character is a lot more personal and grounded of a character than I expected to be given. I really like that they went with that instead of just kind of tossing us into, I mean, they definitely tossed us into stuff that we're not necessarily used to, and we're kind of still picking together stuff. I think the film itself does a good job of grounding itself in the reality of what we're watching, and Teth/Black Adam does an excellent job in making sure that we are grounded. and that character's pivotal in that. And his arc is very fulfilling because of it. So that brings me into our third question. Did I personally like this film? So as I started, I told you I went into it with kind of low expectations, and that kind of played into my enjoyment of the film. I think I liked it more because I went into it with low expectations, but that does not mean that it was a bad film by any means. I really actually enjoyed it. I had a very good experience in the theater, and I kind of want to go see it again, honestly. I really hope this does well for The Rock, and I hope this is his biggest performance to date, and it definitely has the chance of being that, so fingers crossed, good luck, man. So yeah, no, it has some cheesy, kind of campy parts, but it was really worth me going to at least check it out, I think. I liked it. And even saying that brings me into our fourth question: should you go personally check this out yourself? In a very general sense, I would say that the film is definitely worth going to at least check out. So that brings me to tick it, skip it, or tick it with trepidation. I really want to just give it an outright ticket and say, go see this, go see this, go see this. I kind of am leaning towards ticket with trepidation, so I want to say ticket, parentheses, with trepidation. And the reason I give that is because it's not a perfect film, and there are kind of certain cheesy and campy moments that take you out of what's going on. But just as much as there are those, there are heavy acted, weighted moments that draw you into the world that they built. I think it really does deserve a ticket because of that. I think maybe if this movie was directed by somebody that maybe had a little more experience in this type of film, we could have had one of the best comic films ever made. But it's really decent in its own right. I think it is worth a ticket, but maybe add just a tad bit of trepidation. So tell me what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me? Am I off kilt here? Am I correct in my assumptions? All of that. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and come back and check out more Ticket or Skip It's and MCubed grades in the future on MCubed. We're out.